Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is your weekly energy and love and relationship forecast for the week of October 13th through the 19th. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, use your own intuition and discernment, and let that guide you. You can never go wrong. All right, we have lots of things going on in the skies as per usual. I don't even know why I bother saying that anymore because every week seems to be some type of fun, juicy movement in the cosmos, right? So, the 13th, we have Mercury entering Scorpio and super fun, super juicy. So, Mercury, messenger, Scorpio, intense. So, a couple different ways that this could play out in the most supportive ways. You could maybe have your mind get super like researchy during this time. This is the overall general reading for the collective. There's also Scorpio likes to bring the intensity. So perhaps because my mastery is love and relationships, perhaps there could be some steamy, intense communications that pop up this week. A lot of passion as well. Let me know in the comments if you could use a little more passion. I'm here for it. Then on the 17th, Venus enters Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is known for being daring and adventurous, Venus love. So maybe a new adventure in love or planning some type of adventure trip, even just a short little weekend or overnight deal if you are in partnership or dating somebody. So just be open to all sorts of things. The 17th also brings that full moon in Aries, and we know Aries got a war. All about taking action and assertiveness. So that pairs really interesting with Venus and Sagittarius. So very potentially active in a good way week, lots of passionate communication, adventure, very looking forward to it. So we shall see how things play out. All right. So if you're single, looking to mingle, not single, not looking to mingle, in relationship, dating, doesn't matter. This first card is for the overall general reading for support for this week to give insight, support, etc. And the beautiful card for that is the Gatherer. And the Gatherer is all about abundance. And so look at all the resources that you have and give gratitude for that. And also, there's the piece of if you are trying to manifest something, giving thanks for it, even if you can't see it in the 3D. Things manifest in other dimensions before we can actually see them in the 3D. So being grateful for that before we can see the outcome actually helps speed the process along. And resources could take all different sorts of forms. I look at resources as pretty much anything and everything. So for gratitude for your friendships that you may have, for your relationship, for health, for money, for your house, whatever it may be, for your pets, your plants. It's just that gratitude, and you shouldn't do it to get more, but that's the like side effect, the consequence. The more you're grateful, the more of it you get in return. And so a beautiful card. And it's interesting about the gathering and the gratitude, because here in the US, we have Thanksgiving a little over a month away, which is all about giving thanks, hence the name. So logical, right? I wonder what that holiday is about. All right. So now, if you are dating or in relationship, two cards came out, and I'm going to break these down. The first one that came out was the Page of Earth. And that's interesting because there's also a prosperity message with this card. And this is talking about seeing the first signs of tangible success. Like you're on the right path. You may start seeing now in the 3D all the efforts that you have put in start to show up tangibly. So if you've been working on manifesting a partner, you may get 3 date offers this week. If you are in relationship and you've been building towards something, working on something, you may see a total shift. So it's interesting because this comes on the heels of last week about tons of potential. Once again, the abundance of opportunities. And here we're starting to see the first signs trickle in. And then the other beautiful card is the Three of Fire. And this is all about expansion and opportunities as well. And you can see she's kind of like heading out. So it's also about being on the right path. And so maybe there's this knowingness, or you're starting to see signs, confirmations in the physical 3D that yes, you are on the right path. These synchronicities, I think I mentioned this last week as well, can show up in many different ways. It could be a commercial on TV, a song lyric, somebody says something. I know for me, just a quick story as an example, I was pondering taking a trip to Brazil. This was many years, over a decade ago. And I was like, okay, universe, if this is um going to serve my highest good and greatest happiness, show me some signs. I forget how I worded it far more eloquently than I just did. And within hours, let alone days, I had the TV on as I was making dinner, and I don't remember, I think it was The Mentalist or something like that. It doesn't really matter. But I was listening to it as I was in the kitchen, and then I heard the main character say, "Get on a plane, go to Brazil." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's hilarious." And I was like, "Thank you. Okay. I will take that as a sign." So signs and synchronicities can come in many different ways. So just be open to those confirmations this week that yes, you're on the right path, expansion, lots of potential and opportunities. Totally loving the energy so far for this month of October. Then I was guided to pull 2 more cards as extra support clarity, and we got the Queen of Fire, loving that, and then the Messenger of Earth. And what I love is that the first 2 we have earth and fire, and then the next 2 are earth and fire. And I am digging this combo this week. And I think it absolutely fits with what is going on in the cosmos, where we have the full moon in Aries, we have Venus in Sagittarius. Then after the full moon, it moves into Taurus. So we go from passion, action into that groundedness. And of course, Taurus is always also about that seeing results in the 3D, that grounding in the 3D. So absolutely perfect. And so with the Queen of Fire, there is passion. How could she not be? Fire, she's the queen. And about soul connections. So once again, I think last week I talked about soul connections, maybe somebody coming back, somebody new. Once again, if somebody new is coming in, this could very well be a soul connection. Once again, trust your discernment and your own intuition. How do you feel about this person? So on and so forth. If you are in relationship with all this fire, this could be a super fiery week. Plan a date night. Maybe do something different that you normally wouldn't do for date night. I'm all about, I consistently tell my clients, even when you're in a relationship, you continue to have date nights regularly. Plan something different. Instead of going to your favorite restaurant, maybe try a different restaurant or go for a hike, depending on the weather where you live or whatever it may be. But there is a lot of extra chispa, a little spark here. So loving that. And then of course, with the Messenger of Earth, there's this devotion vibe and proceeding with integrity. And I think once again, this follows beautifully with, I think last week it was about like some type of vow or confession. And so loving all of this. So no matter whether, you haven't met somebody yet, but you're, looking to meet somebody, if you are talking to a person or maybe a few people, whatever your situation is, or if you are in relationship, there is some really great supportive energy, so steamy communication, but know that there's also the soul contract, the devotion piece to this as well. So it's not going to be superficial. And if somebody does come in that feels superficially, trust your intuition, walk away. Once again, that abundance mindset that there is somebody that does want you and will love you for you. All right. So thank you so much to my subscribers. Thank you for everything. Thank you to the new viewers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. Let me know what piece resonated most with you, what you're looking forward to, and or where you're tuning in from. I love to hear where you view from all over the world. Share this video, help spread the love vibes around the world. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.